Hello, good afternoon. How is everybody doing? I'm excited to be here this afternoon because I finally booked my flight and I finally packed my last UL wardrobe box ready for cargo shipping. And we're getting ready. The day is getting close. I'm so sorry for those people that my fire alarm is aggravating you. My smoke detector, sorry, is aggravating you. I already put the work order in. They're going to fix it as soon as possible. It's not an emergency, so we should expect a day or two for them to come and fix it. That's the benefit of renting over owning. So, yeah, I'm here again with a topic I think will be interesting to a lot of people. And again, before I move on, I will always appreciate everyone that has been sharing my video, watching, liking, subscribing. I appreciate you all. You have amazed me this last week, and I'm very thankful. Today, I want to talk about how much do you really need to relocate to Nigeria. We're going to be having about 4 topics in this video: how much you need to relocate to Nigeria, how to raise the funds for your relocation, is keeping your home in America worth it? Then there's power in starting small. Those are the things I want to talk about today. So it's like 4 in one video. So the first one is how much you need. So I'm not going to say you need 20,000, you need 100,000, you need 60,000. No. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's priority is different. So if your priority is you want to build your house before you go and you want to have a business, that is 2 big things you want to do. And what you need is going to be way more than somebody that doesn't mind renting, than somebody that already has a home here that they can rent out where they don't even need a business in Nigeria. So everybody's situation is different, and what you need, you are the one that can really answer that question. But what I'm going to say about that is, don't go and put yourself under an unnecessary pressure. Don't go and set a limit, or don't go and set a budget that you cannot meet. So part of the reason why some people will stay 40 years still telling themselves, I'm relocating, I'm relocating, I'm relocating. Every year they are relocating, but that relocation date will never come. It's because they feel like they can't meet up with the financial requirement to relocate. And that financial requirement, you are the one setting it for yourself. Nobody is setting it for you. If you rent, the world is not going to crash. If you decide you want to build, you don't have to build a mansion. There's nothing wrong with a bungalow. There's nothing wrong with a 3-bedroom duplex. There's nothing wrong with, it's just a status. Oh, if you see Kenny, if you see the house she built, if you see how beautiful her house is, if you see how big her house is, that is the only benefit you are going to get from all this. I want to build a big house. I want to build a mansion. So set something that is convenient. The same mistake we make abroad, don't let us take it home. A lot of people buy big houses abroad just because of, if you see somebody's house. Nigerians, we like to show off. We like to show off. We just like that people to talk about us. If you see so person's car, if you see so person's house, make sure it is not just about that. Make sure it is convenient for you. Then another thing is the kind of investment is going to be dependent on the kind of income you are expecting. You cannot, it's not going to take somebody that is planning to have a maize plantation to spend the same amount of money with somebody that wants to have a palm tree plantation. It's different. The money for maize is cheaper than palm tree, but then the returns are different. So if you know that the kind of return you are expecting from the investment you want to do, you are not expecting too much, then your investment is not expected to be too much also. But if you know you want something more than basic, because for real, what is basic for us in America or abroad is luxury in Nigeria. So you have to pay for all these things yourself. Like I said in one of my videos, that if you are a family of three, four, five, you'll be needing about 500, 600,000 a month to live good, like to live comfortably in Nigeria. That is minus school fees. So the school you want to take your kids will determine how high this one goes. So if you know that you just want to live a basic life, you don't care about luxury, you don't care about other things, you just want the basic things of life, then you're not looking at a big investment. Once you make 1 million a month, you are fine, because apart from feeding, you want to have an emergency fund too. So you want to make sure you are saving around 400, 500,000 a month for your emergency funds. So, but for someone like me, I don't want to go and live in Nigeria and be stuck in Nigeria. One of the reasons I got fed up about America, one of the reasons I got fed up from America is feeling stuck. I know some people plan their vacation, they go to Miami. Life is beyond Miami. I don't want to have a planned life. I don't want to have a remote controlled life. After I have worked a whole year and I only have 1 week or 2 weeks to travel, there are days you want to wake up and feel like, I don't want to be here today. I feel like going to Paris. I don't want to be here today. I feel like just rushing down to Qatar. If that is the kind of life you want to live, then you need a bigger investment that is more than 1 million a month. You need something that can give you minimum of 4 million, so that you can save up money. You want to have money for flight, money for good life when you travel. So these are the things, the factors you need to consider to give yourself a budget of what you're working towards, and what you're working towards will determine what you put into your investment, and that can help you come down that can help you have a budget for how much you need to relocate to Nigeria. So that being said, I'm going to move to how you can raise funds for these things. So some people have houses in America. It could be one, it could be two. And they are thinking, should I sell my home? Should I take HELOC? For those that don't know, the meaning of HELOC is it's a home equity line of credit. So if you are thinking about HELOC, let me prepare your mind now before you even call them. If you have 100,000 equity on your property, HELOC will not give you more than 30,000, because you are the appraiser of your house right now. Nobody has told you actually have 100,000. You are going by Zillow estimate, Realtor.com estimate. That's what you are going by. A bank that is about to borrow you the money, lend you the money, they will not go by that thing you're saying online. They will go by the worst case scenario. When you want to sell your house, an inspector will come. Whatever happens to that house, or whatever is going on with that house that you cannot see on the surface, they will use that to renegotiate. They will price it down. If you were thinking you have 100,000 equity on your home, what if inspection says that your HVAC is old? What if inspection says your roof is getting close to the end of its life? What if inspection says there's a leakage? What if inspection says something is wrong, and because of that, the buyer wants to reduce your house by 20,000 to fix these things that inspection raises? So those are the realities a lender will consider when they want to give you a HELOC. So you know that's a scenario that already reduced your 100,000 equity to 80, and then they are going to reconsider also your closing costs if you end up selling that house. Meaning that if you sell it for, assuming 400,000, 6% of that is about $24,000. So $24,000, you're still going to pay all this wire transfer fee to everybody that will share the money. You'll be the one to pay taxes, you pay this and that. Let's assume your closing cost is going to come down to $26,000. That means your 80,000 that they have helped you to give leg over, it will still reduce again till like 54,000. So in the real sense, if you have an equity of 100,000, HELOC is never going to give you more than 30, 40,000. So now you ask yourself, is it worth it? Do you want to have a second mortgage because of some money that is not even enough to solve your problem? Because 30,000 will not solve your problem. and it is not worth, I mean, it might solve a little bit, but personally, instead of taking ELOC, I would rather take a personal loan. There are personal loans that can give you up to that amount. Discover can give you up to 40,000 safe. So personal loan has a higher interest rate, no doubt, but it's safer. Your home is not on the line. Anything can happen. You can have loss of income. You can have health issues that will make you not to work. Like, we don't own ourselves. Anything can happen to anybody any day. What if you default on that loan? With personal loan, the worst thing that will happen is you go to collection. But with ELOC, your house can go on foreclosure. I don't know. Let me not say what I'm not sure about. I don't know if ELOC has the power to take you to immediate foreclosure, but I am sure they have the power to put a lien on your house. I'm sure about that one. But if they can take you to foreclosure just the same way your mortgage lender can take you to foreclosure, I'm supposed to have done my research before doing this video, but whatever I'm telling you is coming from my head. I don't pen anything down. So if I knew I was going to talk about that, maybe I would have found out about it. But once they were telling me stupid money from that ELOC when I wanted to get it, I just lost interest. I'm not interested. So I don't even want to research it because it's not worth what I needed money for. So second mortgage, that is that about second mortgage. Is it worth it? They have power. They can put lien on your house. Another thing I want to say about second mortgage is you are planning to go to Nigeria. You are about to take a second mortgage for 10 to 15 years. How do you intend to pay that mortgage when you're in Nigeria? If the rental value on your property can pay both your first and second mortgage conveniently, and you won't have to pay money out of pocket, then that might be okay. But the problem is, if your tenant default for a month or two, you have to go through eviction process and all of that. Those months that there is no rental income coming in, are you ready to change naira to dollars when you're in Nigeria to fund these properties? These two mortgages you've incurred on the property? That's a question only you can answer. And that is that about ELOC. That's what I want to say about ELOC. That is a way some people are thinking they could raise funds for whatever investment they want to do in Nigeria. But what I have to say for those that feel like ELOC does not make any sense, okay, no, let me not go into that yet. Let me talk about keeping your home now. So starting small will be the thing I will talk about last because it encompasses everything. So for those that feel like they don't want to take the ELOC, now selling your own will be an option. Selling your own will be an option. You cash out all your equity once and use it for whatever you want to use it for. For me, that's what I did. I'm still going to do a video on the steps I took towards my relocation. So for me, that's what I did. And this is not about because she has sold her house, she wants everybody to sell their house. It's your choice. You can decide to sell or not. But I personally, I hate anything that is mental. I cannot deal with it. Owning a house, especially for those people that bought their house, anytime I'm talking about home ownership disadvantages, I'm talking to people that bought their house from mid 2022 up till this date. If you bought your house before COVID, some people had high interest before COVID, but during COVID, interest rates crashed and some people were very wise enough to go and refinance. If you want to know more about home ownership, whether it is good for you or not, watch my video about home ownership, a blessing or a curse. So now, if you bought your house from 2022 up until this moment, your mortgage is high because your interest rate is high. Rental value and your mortgage, they are competing. It's either your mortgage is higher than the rental value of your property, or they are on the same level, or it is a little bit more than the rental value. So can this rental value pay both your first mortgage and your second mortgage? That one we've talked about it. Now, can this rental value pay your mortgage? There are some people that their rental value cannot even pay their mortgage in this present economy. So if your rental value cannot pay your mortgage, if you're in that category, are you willing to be changing naira to dollar and be adding it to your rent to pay your mortgage, to your rental income to pay your mortgage every month from Nigeria? Are you willing to pay the full mortgage if your tenant default for a month or 2 or 3 and you have to put your house back on the market before you get another tenant? Are you ready to commit to doing this? That's another question you need to ask yourself. Then I've seen families that the husband wants to go because the truth about America is if you were comfortable in Nigeria and you come here, you will not be happy. You won't be happy. If you were living a good life before you came here, there's every tendency that you won't be happy here. So I have seen family that the husband is not happy, the husband wants to go back, the wife doesn't want to go. It's not everybody that wants to japa that their partner is willing to follow them. So there's this, that one is a video for another day. I've seen families that the wife has said, okay, I release the husband. I just want my last child to have a feel of the father before the father leaves. And I've seen a family that is like, okay, there's something I'm still looking for. Once I get that stuff, I'm out. My wife doesn't want to come. The only thing I'm going to do for my wife is make sure I buy them a house before I leave. And my question is, you want to buy your house or your wife a house before you leave? The kind of mortgage you want to commit into her hands, can she handle it? It's not a favor. If you bought someone a house in America, it's not a favor unless you buy cash. But if you buy someone a house in America and it's not cash and you want the person to take the mortgage, are they able to take that mortgage conveniently? Or if you think you are the one that will continue paying that mortgage, are you able to send about $3,000 from Nigeria every month? The kind of investment you are putting in place, will it allow you send that kind of money? Will it allow you have your own good life also in Nigeria? These are questions only you can answer. But if you know you cannot sustain the kind of mortgage you want to commit to your partner's hands, please don't put that woman in trouble. Leaving children with her is already a pressure. Adding mortgage pressure is a problem. So now some people that own their houses, this one is not even matter of husband is leaving, wife is not. For those that own their homes and they want to leave their house in America, one of the things that is sending us away from here that wants to make us to japa is that luggage they put on our neck, that load, that burden of it's almost end of the month again. Your heart will be cutting BBB. Now you go to Nigeria again, you will still have the same headache of it's almost end of the month. What if your tenants don't pay? You are thinking you want to put a tenant. Anything can happen. Especially if you are renting. Don't let me say this statement so it won't look like I'm racist. Anything can happen. What if your tenant does not pay? Will you be able to pay that money? You will not be dealing with foreclosure from Nigeria. It makes no sense. So me, I feel like keeping your house is like divorcing somebody and you have children together. It's a lifetime stress. Maybe not a lifetime stress. It's a stress that you will go through till the children grow up. So you want to divorce America with that house being a child between the two of you. They'll be dragging you, you'll be dragging them. It's too much. I believe leaving this stress to go to Nigeria should go and be a new phase of life where you want to go and calm down, where you want to go and just chillax. So that's up to you to make the decision anyway. But personally, Yoruba people will say, Oju afo fotan. ìjà ló máa ń dá sílẹ̀. One eye, if you only have one eye, it is a problem, because when people look at you, you think they are looking at you somehow. When you don't have any eye, if they look at you, you won't even know they are looking at you. So sometimes, doing something in a halfway always brings trouble. So that's that. So I'm going to round it up by the starting small I talk about. So starting small, we've talked about how you can raise funds by selling your house, doing ELOC. But not everybody has this going on for them. Not everybody has that going on. I don't want to hear your sound or your voice. Not everybody has that going on. Sorry for the distraction. Some people don't have houses they can pull ELOC from. Some people don't have a house they can sell. All they depend on is their wage from their work or from their jobs. Does that mean you are limited? No, it doesn't mean you're limited. It's just about planning your income well. So the thing I'm going to say about that is, do not let anybody scare you with some big quotation. Once you see someone you can trust and they bring you a quotation, you don't have to drop 100 million once. You don't have to drop 50 million once. I remember someone, they want to relocate to Nigeria also. Like I said, I've been saying it, I'm a builder. And of course, when I was in OAU, I had 84 people in my class. There's no way I'm not going to have one person in one state. We're all scattered now. So the person came to me and said they wanted to invest in poultry and fish farming in Nigeria. So I told the person, once you get your land, let me know. So the reason I said that is because I've seen a lot of farms that they waste their land. They will build one structure here, before you will see another structure. You walk for like 10 minutes, you see another structure. They'll just buy 20 hectares. The structures that will be on that 20 hectares is not up to 10. What are you using other hectares for? And then you'll be complaining that Fulani herdsmen came to your land. You'll be complaining of encroachment. When you did not fence your farm, there will be encroachment. It's not possible for Fulani to just enter a land that is well fenced, that the fence is very, very high. It's not possible. They will carry their cow and jump. No, now. So I told the person, once you buy it, let me know. We'll plan it. Don't be like every other farmer. So the person bought the land, just 1 acre. They sent me the survey plan. Then I told them, okay, this is how we're going to do it. We'll do it. Put this here, put that here, put this here, put that here. Poultry and fish farming. When we planned it, and to the glory of God, 1 year now, we have built all the structures that we need to build. And when we started, when they brought the quote for the person was like, oh, where do you want me to see this kind of money, blah, blah, blah. I told him, just start small. We did the fence, we did the gatehouse. The gatehouse is with like a farmhouse where staff can also sleep. Apart from the security room, there's another one, self-contained both sides. So we did that one. When it was time to do the layer house, the person came to me and said, see what this so person quoted me. I said, don't worry, start small. And he named me, even yabbed me. Matter of fact, even yelled at me that you don't know more than telling somebody to start small. And where do you want me to see this kind of money? I said, you'll be surprised by the time you finish this thing. You won't know where that money came from. You just start. The thing is, there is power in starting small. Once you start, you won't know when that project will finish. Every time you get your paycheck, your mind will be there. You'll be changing $100 today, $200 tomorrow. Before you know it, you are done. If I tell you that today, all the structures on that farm, they are done. In the space of 1 year, we started the last year March. They are done. And the only thing that is remaining is to bring in the equipment. If I tell you that just 1 acre is going to be giving the person 3 times their salary in America every month. 3 times their salary every month. Because the way we did it is a sustainable farm. And everything from one building to the other building to the other building everything is recyclable. Everything is recyclable. Nothing goes to waste. Even to the poo of the chickens, nothing goes to waste. So what am I trying to say? If that person was scared by the first quotation, they won't do anything on that farm. I will be very happy to showcase that farm when I go to Nigeria on my channel. It will be one of the first places I will visit, and I will display it for sure. I hope you stay tuned till then. So what I'm saying, even me, there was a land I bought for event center. I wanted to do an event center, but I changed my mind because that location is more suitable for residential than an event center. So I changed my mind. But before I changed my mind, they gave me a quotation of 340 million. We already did the design, we already did everything. 340 million. And my partner was like, where will you get this kind of money from? I told him, don't worry. I don't need 340 million to build an event center. You'll be surprised that we'll finish that event center and we won't even know where that money came from. And what did I do? There was this land I had that was just lying fallow. I don't sell my land anyhow. I must be sure that it's not useful. That land I wanted to use it for student hostel because it's very close to Ede Poly. But when I ran my numbers, it wasn't making any sense. Why would I put my money in an investment that will be bringing me about 5-6 million a year? What would I do with that kind of money? So I just told them, please sell it. It's very sure I'm not going to do it. So sell it. When they sold that land, they sent me the money. I did not remove a dime from it. I used it to buy reinforcement for that event center. Another time I had some money, I told them, give me 120 bags of cement. I sent the operator to the site. They did 4,000 blocks. I told them, do the fence. They did the fence. We're ready to start building the foundation for the event center. But I changed my mind eventually. So now imagine that I didn't change my mind. As I speak to you, maybe the event center would have been at the first floor right now. And I won't even know where that money came from. So what am I saying in essence? Don't let any quotation scare you from doing what you need to do. Me personally, I don't save. I don't know how to save. If I have any project I want to do, I just put money into it gradually. Nothing to me. God forbid accident. Nothing is an emergency. Before your body will break down, you will start noticing something. Before your car will break down, it would have started warning you. God forbid accident. So you see that I have flat tire. I'm looking for money. Your tire must have started showing you signs. So all those I understand that emergency money is very important, especially in country like Nigeria where we don't have credit card. Yeah, we have credit card that even when you don't have cash, you can quickly borrow from your credit card and return it whenever you have it. But what am I saying in essence? I'm not saying don't save. I'm not saying don't have emergency funds. But I'm saying some people just save unnecessarily. They save for no reason, for saving towards nothing. Why are you saving when you can invest your money? The money you are saving, you are putting in your bank. By the time you bring out the money you saved like 5 years ago, that money has lost value. It's worth nothing now. If you had put that money on land, that land would have doubled. Not in America. American land does not appreciate it. That land would have doubled. If you had put your money in real estate, sensible real estate, fix and flip, and some other things, it would have appreciated. So saving to me is just to have emergency funds, not for status of if you know how much is in my account. You don't need it. Start investing. Invest your money so that you can have something to go and fall back on when you get to Nigeria. So all these things I have said with these few points of mine, I hope you have grabbed your own. You have picked what concerned you in this video, in all these 4 topics. If you like my video, like, share, comment, keep subscribing, please. I'll see you on my next one. If you have any question about what you can do, about how to go about whatever, if you have any contribution to what I've said, please drop it in the comment section, and I'll see you on my next one. Thank you. Bye.